Beez in general is my graffiti name. I used to do graffiti when I used to live in the Bronx. I got stung by a bee in my eye one day, and I almost lost this eye. That's when I pretty much found out that I was allergic to bees. So my real name is Miguel Allison Tavares, and I go by Beezy Beez. I grew up pretty much with two brothers. My dad passed away at an early age, so my mom raised three boys on her own. Pretty much my whole life, I grew up in the Bronx. Growing up there was fun and risky at the same time. You know, we grew up pretty poor, so my mom's did the best she could do with us. She had to feed three boys on her own. But we did have a lot of big families, so some family members came around from time to time. But pretty much it was just us. Well, not having my dad around just overall kind of taught me a lot, because I kind of didn't have a father figure or a big brother figure, because I was the oldest in my family, like as far as for my brothers. So it was just, as bad as it sounds, growing up in the Bronx, it was just my role model were people that were playing sports, people that were hustling. When I got hit by a car one time and I broke my tibia, that was kind of a lesson learned. I felt like God gave me a second chance, because I couldn't easily been crippled. So I guess that's one of my lessons. You know, every day above ground is a blessed day. So. The way I got to Connecticut was funny. So pretty much I purchased the property that I'm living in now. My intention for that situation was to pretty much rent it out to college students, and we were just living in the Bronx, and my daughter was about to go into her freshman year into high school, and she was getting into stuff like, you know, fights, and you know, my daughter, my kids are all beautiful, you know, pretty much they came from me and their mother. But it made me think, like, me and her moms had a conversation like, hey, she's about to go into high school. So I just kind of wanted something better for them. So, hey, I got this property. I mean, we were supposed to follow the plan and execute with renting it out. But if you want, let's go live over there for a year and see how it goes. It's been 11 years already, so. Well, I didn't start off playing cornhole. Pretty much I play every other sport. I play football, baseball. Basketball was definitely my go-to sports. I ran track a little bit. You know, so I grew up on that, and I went to a barbecue one time with my guy Ty, and they had a cornhole set out there. We threw bags, it was really nothing. And then I met a good friend of mine, which his name is Pete, through my neighbor Ed, which he pretty much was the bridge to everyone that I pretty much know right now in Connecticut before cornhole. But Pete came to us like, hey, I got this game, cornhole. I want to get serious with it. I want to build the club, and are you guys down? And we're like, yeah, whatever, man. Like, what are we doing? So we just start throwing bags. Barely could get a bag on the board, and it was just more for fun. And then it was me, Pete, Buck, Ed, Julio, and Frank. We took it to that competitive level and just started traveling, going to Fairfield, to Will's spot, going to 203 to N-Sport when Fred was running over there, and just moving around. It just turned into what it is now, and pretty much that's how Whole 9 Yards was created. Well, with cornhole, pretty much, I feel like it gave me life again as far as competing. I grew up playing basketball. My dream was always to go to school and go to D1 college and play sports, but you know, that didn't pan out. So I stopped playing for a while. You know, I really wasn't playing any type of sports. So when we started playing cornhole, I felt like it woke up that competitive monster that I always had in me. Like, you know, cornhole is a sport. So automatically I fell in love with it, and I never would have thought I ever say this in a lifetime, but I actually love cornhole more than basketball, and that's a big statement. Pretty much I've been battling and fighting my whole life. Even up to this day, I'm always battling, just in general. but it comes from growing up with a big family and coming from a big competitive nature, and sometimes that brings the best out of us, and I feel like that's always pushed us as a family to. It could be from the smallest things, from sneakers, always, oh, you got some sneakers, I got these sneakers, or even as far as cornhole, you could push, I could push, you could hit an air mail, well, here's 2 air mails. So it's pretty much, that's pretty much where it comes from. It just comes from my family, and it comes from within. Well, as far as the cornhole community, I don't have nothing bad to say. I mean, it's the best community that there is. They accepted me with open arms. It's a loving community, man. Everyone is always trying to help each other and push each other and coaching each other, and it's always good vibes. But it's the best community that I've been a part of, and yeah, cornhole is the #1 right now. No, cornhole is not the solution to all life problems. Cornhole can actually get you into more problems. You know, especially if you're a family man and you got kids. Like, I have the best wife, as far as she pretty much lets me do whatever I want. She doesn't bother me. She supports anything. I might have took advantage. Like, as you can see, I was pretty much playing cornhole every single day. It didn't lead to nothing between us, but I kind of had to like take a step back and be like, wait a minute, I'm playing a lot of cornhole. But for other people, it kind of does put a burden on them, because they have real life issues. You know, they're working, they have kids, and they want to go out and play cornhole every single day, or at least 2 or 3 times. But it's hard when you have family and you have other priorities that you have to take care of. So cornhole could it's good. As far as it could be, it's a great game. You know, you're gonna have fun, you're gonna release stress, and you're gonna bond and be around other people. But when you cannot go out, or you might be taking advantage of going out too much in cornhole, it could create situations at home. So you gotta kind of find the balance in. Well, locally, I'm never kind of not scared to play anyone. I mean, when it's a crazy competitor, which is if it's a Rooster, or a Josh Roberts, or Novato, or whoever it is, Braden, whoever it is, even guys in my club, you know, like I love the challenge. I feel like that's what makes the game special, right? Because everyone wants to win. Even though we're having fun, but we all are competing, right? And number 1 is the best, right? But right, number 2 is cool, right? But number 1 is clearly the best. So pretty much I love playing against anyone that is better than me. Like, even when I'm playing against Tom Collins, aka Bordet, anyone, all those guys, you know, I feel like they bring the best out of me. Well, my goal with Beezy Beez TV is to keep showcasing people's talent, keep interviewing people as well, right? Sky's the limit. Whatever the cornhole community supports and allow me to do with it, pretty much I'm always gonna showcase anything that I could showcase on Beezy Beez TV, because I actually love cornhole, just period. That's the reason why I started it. I don't get paid for any of that. I don't do any of, you know, I just do it all out of love. So I do most of my practice like in round robins, or if I'm just playing against other guys for fun. And you'll see me take crazy shots and take and hit them or miss them, but I pretty much like to practice in real game scenarios, you know. But then when we get to the brackets, then obviously I take smarter shots. But most of my practice just comes just playing. That's practice, you know. I'm not trying to be pro, so that's, you know, I'm not trying to go that route. So my dream cornhole would be that I could probably play cornhole every day and have all my guys over and maybe make a living off it a different way. I don't know, but just being able to play cornhole at any given time even if it's snowing, raining, and just live streaming it and showcasing everyone's talent is around me, and that's pretty much that's what I feel like I'm kind of living the dream now, because look where I'm at now. Like, look at this equipment, these cameras. Like, you know, like we were just coming from throwing cornhole bags in the yard and throwing it here at Uncle Buck's, and on Thermal side, from going live and just for the love of the game. Look how far it's taken me. So maybe I am in the dream now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I think this might be the dream right here, man. Look, I'm here, Beezy Beez TV.